Hi, I'm Steffani. Welcome back to the Ink and Ember channel. Have you ever felt an idea flicker to life in your mind? Bright, fragile, and gone before you know it. That's a spark. Today I'd like to speak to you about sparks, how they form, what we need to do to feed them, and keep them alive long enough to make sure that we have a chance to make something beautiful out of them. Sparks are everywhere, if you choose to see them. They're not sitting around waiting for us to call like the Maytag repairman. Nope, they appear when they're ready to appear. In the quiet, in the pause before the next task, in the shadow of a thought you almost ignored. They can be triggered by any number of things: sounds, smells, music, a nice summer day. A spark is the brain's way of saying, pay attention, something matters here. We often think creativity begins with inspiration, that magical cinematic moment when lightning strikes. But in the truth, most sparks start with something much more simple: an observation. Let that sit a moment. Sparks happen when you notice what others miss. And your imagination whispers, what if? Every fire needs three things to keep it going. It needs fuel, oxygen, and heat. Creativity works the same way. Fuel is your curiosity. What fascinates you? Even when it doesn't seem like it's going to be useful at the moment, you never know what gems lie hidden. Oxygen is observation. You need to be open to let the world in without judgment or without rushing. And heat's the critical factor. Heat is emotion, that pulse of feeling that makes the idea matter. When these three things combine, the magic of creativity ignites. But here's a tip for you. We often smother our own sparks before they have a chance to grow into flames because we're too busy. We're too busy to pay them heed. Scrolling, multitasking, rushing from one thing to the next. No wonder sparks fizzle out before they catch. So how can we nurture our sparks? We can create space for them. Whether that means setting a particular day and time during the week to make room for you and your sparks to play, or whether that just means finding quiet moments throughout your week and embracing those quiet moments and letting the sparks fly. Sparks will proliferate when they begin to breathe. So how do you capture that spark? Once you notice a spark, write it down. Record it on your phone. Use an AI digital recorder. Sketch it out on a scratch pad. Whatever. Don't trust yourself to remember it. Sparks are slippery, and they don't wait for us to decide that they're a complete idea either. Remember, half-baked ideas aren't bad ideas. They're just not done baking yet. That's okay. They don't need to make sense yet. Catching sparks is like catching fireflies in a jar. We're not catching them to keep them there forever, just long enough to observe them. While they're still glowing, we can analyze our ideas later. Just make sure to capture them so that you have that luxury later. Speak the idea aloud and listen to it. Ideas are kind of like yeast dough. They need warmth and rest. And after they've rested, then you can start asking the questions. What does it want to be? What could it become? Some sparks fade quickly. That's okay. Not every spark is meant to be a flame. Sparks will wait patiently for you to fan them into something larger. Nurturing creativity takes time. It's about tending the ember gently until it tells you what it wants to be. Maybe it's a poem. Maybe it's a photograph. Maybe it's a conversation that shifts someone else's day. The form doesn't matter. The spark matters. The world isn't short on sparks. It's short on people who take the time to see them. Don't chase inspiration. Sit back and notice it when it flies past. Because every day, life is scattering embers at your feet in awkward moments and surprising places. Stop, look, listen, and believe. If this sparks your imagination, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. What lights your fire, and what topics would you like me to talk about in future videos? Leave those thoughts in the comments below. I really look forward to hearing you. I'm Steffani from Ink and Ember Studio. Come back often. The sparks are always flying here.